Alright, Lancer, so today we got a new set of resurrections coming out, and with that, we're going to have a look at them, see if they're good, see if they're bad, and let's just talk about what they could have gotten, because obviously, you know, Caleb are going to probably not give them the skills they need. In this case, though, the new set of resurrections are going to be the tag team banner, more specifically the ones with Shuhei, Izuru, and Genryusai. Fairly excited about this banner because we do have some potential good links, and for Shuhei, he has a very fast and good Nad string, but he doesn't have flurry, so he has the best potential here if he does pick up that particular skill. As for the other two, I'm not really sure what they are missing out, and I'm just hoping for the best here, right? Some good skills, some good soul traits, and overall, some good upgrades. So as I said, let's jump into it. Let's see what the new resurrection characters are going to bring into the game. Starting off with Izuru. Now, Izuru, let's talk about him. What exactly does he have? So he has a Bruiser plus 20%, Debilitator plus 5, Devastation 40, Frenzy 1, Long Reach, and Sprint plus 1. So what we can see here, like a lot of characters that you will notice around this age, this is when pretty much every character started to get Frenzy at this point, but they didn't get Berserker along with it. So we're starting to see now with the characters coming out for the last couple of so months with their resurrections, is that they're pretty much only given Berserker, which isn't really a bad thing to have. We've had worse resurrections in the past, but it is just kind of boring to see characters like this just pick up Berserker. That's what he's going to get. He isn't going to get Havoc, he isn't going to get anything else, he's literally just going to get Berserker plus 20%, and we're going to call it a day because he does have 6 skills, so he has 1 slot to get a new skill, and that's going to be Berserker plus 20. As for his soul trait, he is a 16% DR, so what we want to see here is Caleb give him a good second soul trait, and it really depends how they want to do this. Do they want to make him a good character? Do they want to prioritize making him a better character? Or do they want to prioritize him being a better Link? And if they do that, they're going to give him Nad. Nad would be a better Link for other characters, but if they give him Recharge, that would be a better Link for himself. And, you know, DR and Recharge is something that I don't really ever see myself using, so not really sure what they're going to go around here. If they give him Nad, that'd be pretty good, but I think we got enough DR and Nad links, but I'm not going to complain about it, right? So, with that said, let's look at what he did pick up, and he picked up Fire Duration. That sucks. That sucks in my opinion. Alright, so you know my stance, I don't mind these status elements duration links. I think we need more, but not on links like this. DR and fire duration is kind of pointless, I guess. Maybe it could be useful for like altering IT, for example, but I rather rock a last stage link or something like that. You know, yeah, it's a bit of an iffy link in my opinion. I much prefer fire duration, poison duration, you know, weaken resistance, stuff like that. Those type of links to be on strong attack damage and normal attack damage, because at that point you would use them for guild quests, and that's where you're mainly going to be using these status duration links, right? In this case, I don't ever see myself putting DR and fire on a guild quest stage, for example. I guess I could see myself using in IT or trying to auto content, but that's very, very irregular for me to ever do that. So as far as the link goes, I mean, it's better. It's better, but I don't think it's that good of a link. As for his soul tree, though, what did he pick up? Yeah, just the 20% Berserker. So, yeah, pretty disappointing resurrection to say the least for Izuru, unfortunately, because he was actually pretty good back in the day. I remember, like, even like what, a year ago when I was farming Inheritance Zone a lot, I used to use him quite often than not, because he was max transcended, he had 2 killers, he had a pretty decent kill. Kind of unfortunate that they went down this route with his resurrection. In my opinion, it would have made him a lot better if he just picked up a better second soul trait. Whether that was recharge, normal attack damage, even stamina recovery would have been pretty nice. Anyway, let's check the next character. And that next character is Genryusai, so let's see what he has. So he has a strong attack damage at plus 20% soul trait. Well, I'd love for him to pick up recharge, because then we can get a... Oh, actually, hold on. If he gets full stam, that would be nice. I would personally prefer full stam, but if he gets recharge, I also wouldn't mind that. Considering they gave Izuru burn duration, I don't want to see them do that for him, for Yamamoto. I feel like he should get definitely a good soul trait. That would be nice, especially for the character, because again, he's also pretty decent. And once more, oh, he already has fire duration here, so if he gets another status element duration soul trait, that's going to be really, really bad, in my opinion. But as far as his skills go, again, he, just like Izuru, is lacking Berserker, so that's what he's going to pick up here, and that's what we can expect to see. So, looking at what he did pick up for his soul trait, he got the recharge. Okay, I like that. Let me quickly check how many of those links we have right now. So what we can see here now is that we have our 5th strong attack damage and recharge link, which is actually pretty decent for the power attribute. There is 4 here, but we also have the Frenzy Byakuya, which for some reason isn't actually showing up. So yeah, that's not too bad. That definitely makes him a better character, and also makes him a pretty good link if you are lacking the other sad plus recharge links. As far as the soul tree does go, once more, again, ooh. Oh, hold on. Did I miscalculate? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? Am I dumb? So they took away a skill. Okay, I don't know how to feel about that, in my opinion. My voice is kind of cracking because I just woke up recently. That's very weird. So they took off fire duration. They took off his fire immunity, which is, again, that's like, I believe the first time they've done that. That's a very weird one. And they instead gave him damage to burning enemies. And also Berserker plus 20%. And he got the recharge. Wow. This makes him a significantly better character. Again, he does like Havoc. And personally, I don't like his nurturing. I actually kind of hate his nurturing. It's very slow. But for those Genrisai fans that want to use this character, he received a pretty good upgrade. Damage inflicted to burning enemies and 20% Berserker. And also the recharge is pretty much everything this character could ask for. Again, Havoc would have been great here too, but that's very weird that they took away the burn duration to give him another damage inflicting skill, which I guess is better to a certain extent. But that's just kind of weird that he now can get inflicted by burn. Okay. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do in the future now for potential other resurrection characters. Take away some of the skills, give them more, because as we already mentioned, as of right now, Caleb only gives 7 skills to these resurrected characters. That's the max skills they get. So I guess they want to kind of do more for certain characters like this. They wanted to give him damage to burn enemies, and in doing so, they took away a particular skill, that being, you know, immunity to burn. So very weird choice, but I can't say I dislike it. So I'm kind of all for it. That's a pretty good upgrade so far. So let's finish up with Shuhei. Can Shuhei finish out the trio with a good resurrection? Let's find out. So looking at his soul trait, he does have a no attack damage plus 20%. Would love to see, I would say DR, but that will make him a better character. Sure, again, I would actually kind of like to see a status duration here. Maybe a good one for a Mind character. Not really sure what I would want to see here. Maybe Stamina recovery would be pretty good. Last Ditch would also be amazing for this character, but to be honest, I have no idea what they're going to do, and I don't really have a preference right now. So I'm not sure what they're going to do there, but as far as the skills go, he has a 30% Berserker, a 50% Bruiser, Debilitator plus 5, Devastation 40, Sprinter plus 1, and Weaken Defense. So again, once more, we can see that he does have 6 skills here. So what I'm hoping here is for them to give him Flurry, but don't take away the Bruiser. They have done that in the past, where they give someone Flurry, but they take away the Bruiser to make it fair. If he keeps the 50% Bruiser and gets Flurry, that's going to be insane. If not, though, they could also just give him, they could take away the Bruiser, give him Flurry, and then they can give him another skill, because then he needs 7 skills, right? So I'm actually kind of curious to see what they can do here. So let's look at the Soul Trait, Slow Duration. Oh, that sucks. That sucks again once more. So, like I just mentioned, I don't mind the second soul trait with no attack damage being a status element, but when you give him slow, that's pointless. There's no quest that inflicts slow. Stop giving characters this link, fam. Slow is only good in arena, and you can't even use this link in arena. So that's just so stupid. There's no IT, there's no IZ, there's no quest in my opinion. I think maybe outside of Sankamon that inflicts slow, and you're not going to use this character. This should have been weaken duration, burn, or poison. That would have been way better for guild quests. Slow, I can never see the uses. So unfortunately, that is a shafted link in my opinion. But can he get saved with Flurry? Let's find out. He got the Flurry plus 1, which is great. But then they also, for some reason, they lowered his bruise, unfortunately. I would have loved to see that stay at 50%. That would have been great. But, again, I think this is one of the few times we actually have a character get Flurry, but also still keep a bruiser value to a certain extent. And they also lowered his Devastation by 20%, which makes no sense because you're going to use Chappies on him. He's an ad-based character, but that's so weird. This entire Resurrection batch has been very experimental, to say the least. It's a very weird batch. Not to say it's bad. Again, Genrisai by far received the best Resurrection. One of the best Resurrections to date, in my opinion. But it's very weird. They took away his burn duration and gave him damage to burn enemies. In this case, Shuhei got Flurry, which is great. This makes him a way better character. But they also lowered his Devastation, which isn't the end of the world. That literally doesn't matter because you're going to use Chappies again. But it's still a very weird choice they did that. And then they also did lower his Bruiser. Would have been nice if they kept that at 50 because he would have had Flurry plus 1 and a 70% Bruiser. That would have been insane. But as far as the resurrected characters does go, Flurry plus 1 and also a 40 Bruiser. It's not too bad, not too bad. Would have just been great if he did receive a second soul trait. So we have 3 new characters getting their resurrection. That's, 200 orbs basically, right? That's not too bad. 1 very good link and a very good upgrade, and 2 pretty decent upgrades and mediocre links, to say the least. So overall, a fairly decent resurrection batch. Can't really complain about it all too much. Definitely would have preferred some of the other characters getting better treatment. That would have been nicer. That said, let's have a look at the next resurrection banner. So what we can see here is that our next banner was actually supposed to be Aaroniero, but he's already received his. So our next resurrection banner is going to be Ikaku, Toshiro, and Omaida. Fairly excited for this banner, not gonna lie. Toshiro, if he picks up recharge, that can be very good. And then we have two very powerful links, that being Omaida and Ikaku. Omaida is a low stam character, and Ikaku is a full stam character. So, very good links for Guild Quest or Epic Raid. So I'm hoping here that they give them strong attack damage, just to go for the, damage output potential. Because I use Ikaku a lot for my Guild Quest teams. If he picks up strong attack damage, that is going to be a beautiful link. And that's what I'm hoping for here. If they get recharge, that's also pretty good, but I'd just rather strong attack damage. But recharge wouldn't be bad. And same goes for Omaida too. Omaida picking up recharge would also be pretty good. But that's going to be our next month's Resurrection badge. So, with that said, lads, that was the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know what you lads think about these 3 characters getting resurrected below. How do you feel about them? And apparently my internet just died. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.